It was very interesting when we found out that Josh Brolin would in fact be playing Cable and the Mad Titan Thanos the same year when it came to Deadpool 2. Now of course he still wants to be involved with Marvel going forward, not as Thanos but as Cable, and he wants that job in Marvel Studios. Let's talk about the Deadpool creator talking about what he knows and what he's heard from Josh Brolin. When it comes to Cable and Deadpool 2, there was some stuff that was very much omitted from being mentioned, and there was like a few Easter eggs, but largely, if you really like the comic version of Cable, they pretty much skipped over most of why he's really important, who he is, and pretty much his connection to the bigger X-Men universe. Now, if that was made by choice, or if that was a tactical Fox decision to not adhere to some of the comic aspects, which they're pretty much, I guess, the kings of at this point, I guess we'll never know. But when it comes to Cable, he clearly has a future when it comes to Deadpool, and even I would say the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Now obviously it'll be interesting to see how they utilize him, considering the moment you bring him in, you bring up all these questions like Scott Summers and the mutants and the future and the destruction and all this. So again, it's a lot for the MCU to take on. Now recently we had an interview with the creator of Cable, Rob Liefeld, and he was talking about Cable specifically and wanted to talk about this character's future in the MCU if he was played by Josh Brolin. And of course, Josh Brolin already played Thanos, and he says he's talked to Brolin, and Brolin is ready, he wants to keep doing it, and he's hopeful that he will get to do it again. Now again, I don't see a problem with this because, again, I think Brolin was pretty much perfect as Cable. Well, I guess as perfect as you could get him in a movie that was trying to ignore some of the major pieces of his story. But honestly, it sounds like Josh Brolin is willing to, work out a little bit more if he needs to and do whatever he can to stay in here. And he's not sure if he will. That's the big factor takeaway from this. And honestly, I don't see why they wouldn't. Like, you're literally going to have Gemma Chan, who was a main supporting cast member in Captain Marvel, play a completely different character in the upcoming Eternals. So again, Josh Brolin was entirely CG'd as Thanos, and as Cable, he's just himself. Again, you have Mahershala Ali, he played Cottonmouth, and he's going to be playing Blade. Again, it's really not that big of a problem. Like, you don't have to even really address it or go into it that deep. You just go, yeah, it's Cable. What? Oh, yeah, I guess I could see how if you draw a bunch of lines on his face and make him like 6 foot taller, how he could look like Thanos, but nobody's gonna make that joke. Well, maybe Deadpool might make that joke, but honestly, it'll go over everybody's head, so fine, right? I think we are all agreed there. Josh Brolin should probably keep playing him if he wants to.